Welcome. We, the sadhakas, fulfilled with intensity efforts to be parallel with Vedic systems, are visiting communication between Surya Nabhi and Purusha Nabhi. This is most intimate phenomenon of us. Our existence phenomenon is parallel with the existence phenomenon of Surya, our Saur Mandal. It is this parallel format for the existence phenomenon of Surya Nabhi, orb of the sun, and Purusha Nabhi, our navel knot, that makes this visit to be very blissful. This visit, in fact, is the visit within the transcendental cavity of our own heart. Our heart as fourth chakra, as fourth eternal circuit, is parallel with the format features of idol of Lord Brahma, creator the supreme, overlord of real four space. Five space plays the role of origin for space. At origin seat of the creator's space, because of the transcendental nature of the origin, there happens a transcendental cavity. This transcendental cavity otherwise is a seat of compactification of origins. Six space plays the role of origin of five space. As such, within this transcendental cavity, the center is six space. It is this self-referral six space base of five space origin of creator's space, which is the source of communication of values between Surya Nabhi and the Purusha Nabhi. Let us have a pause. Let us revisit the transcendental cavity. Within this cavity, there is a transcendental flow. Let us have a pause. Let us visit this flow within the transcendental cavity. This transcendental cavity is at the origin seat of a four space. As such, the solid boundary of the creator's space, together with the solid dimensional order of the transcendental origin of a fourth space, makes a setup which manifests the format, the communication format between the Surya Nabhi and the Purusha Nabhi. If we have a visit to the synthetic setup of a cube as a setup of 8 subcubes, and further, if we have a chase of this synthetic setup of a cube as a setup of 8 subcubes, which, because of the spatial order of four space at the center of a cube, makes split for solid boundary of 8 components into a pair of halves of four subcubes each. If we visit the internal structural setup of upper half boundary of four subcubes, then we will be face to face with the structural phenomenon of first subcube as a setup of 27 structural components, the second subcube being of 8 structural components, third subcube as well of 18 structural components, and the fourth subcube being of 12 structural components. The Jyoti Parvaha Path as 1826 and 12 further brings us face to face with the Parvaha flow at the center of the creator's space, which is of value 26, parallel with the fourfold manifestation layer 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 space in the role of a dimension. And still further, the 10 directional frame of 3 space acquires 11th direction within 4 space, which is step ahead, takes us to solid dimensional frame of value 15, making a total setup value 26. One shall sit comfortably and be parallel with this Jyoti Pravaha pinned at the transcendental origin seat of the creator's. Further, Surya as of TC value 13, Prakash as well of TC value 13, when are chased within creator's space, being of his spatial order, and 1 as 2 and 2 as 1 being the pair of units available. Therefore, hypercubes of unit half will sequentially lead us to a range of hypercube 1 over 2, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and 3.5 is 7 steps long sequential progression as of values 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. One shall sit comfortably and be parallel with value 13 as sum of quadruple folds of hypercube 3 over half of unit half. The value 3.5 and the format hypercube 3.5 takes us to placement at Nabhi, navel knot of human frame. It is placement midway, format chakra 3 and chakra 4. Therefore, sadhakas fulfilled with intensity of urge to be parallel with the communication format, transcendental flow format, coordination thereof between Suryanabhi and Purshanabhi shall glimpse and imbibe this organizational format of hypercube 3 over half as of value 13, parallel with TC value 13 for formulation Prakash as well as for formulation Surya. It is this communication, it is this transcendental format, it is this Jyoti Parvaha Path which is manifesting within the transcendental cap, and the manifestation of Jyoti Parvaha Path within transcendental cavity is responsible for maintaining communication between Surya Nabhi and Purusha Nabhi. Thank you very much.